On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the first play of the game.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
45. Point it right. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hurry. Keep
Chubb again. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Mayfield keeps it himself. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw now in his own end zone.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he is out up around the 15-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. He'll drop to throw. Bulldozes past him. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And some room to work. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Space to run past the 20. And down to the 7-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Mayfield on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to throw now on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Oh, spinning away.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback...
And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll drop to throw.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool
as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Cleveland offense ready to go
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's set a tone, fellas. set a tone. Alert, 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 alert. Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. Hurry, hurry. Edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, check right, check. Let's go.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 4. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll run again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Browns. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Alex Highsmith
came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point right down the middle, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying All is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Gutierrez. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And some space here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, it's Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
186 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go play action. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Mayfield off the play fake. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
It's just me and you. Check it back.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. 198 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.